I'm curious, what's your favorite watch company? Brand new watch company.
New watch brand. I was gonna pick Brette.
Okay.
For sure.
Yes.
With some caveats though.
Okay, talk about it.
I'm not gonna say there aren't caveats here. I want to see. I know first watch came out. It was amazing. It was a banger. People are saying
very pretty.
Yeah, super pretty. People saying he lost money on it. I kind of believe it. It's just with the finishings and all that stuff. They actually did like concave blued screws.
Yeah.
Like that's such attention to detail. Like so expensive to do. It's like why would anyone do it? But he did it. I just don't want to see him turn into a one-trick pony.
Yes. There's always that fear, right? Especially when your first piece is like such a banger and such a hit.
Yeah, it's like how do I not keep this going?
How do I not keep this going? How do I not do the same thing? And that's a very like weird position to be in because there's two ways you can go that are both the wrong way, right? You can go and try to recreate what you just did.
Or you can do too much.
Or you can do too much and go so far away from what you just did that you completely lose people because they're like, this doesn't feel like what I know to be you.
And it's like, again, it's like one of those small, like, super, like, niche boutique watch brands, right? Where it's like, there's 20 of them that exist, the 20 guys that have them all know each other. They all hang out, like... You would think there's 1,000 of these watches out there because it's all over Instagram, but it's just because these people are so involved in the community that they want to show this thing off because it's worth it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's partly what's good about it. I just like we need to see complications eventually. This stuff still needs to be legible. So like the whole dragon scale dial thing. Yeah. Amazing, but that can't be part of the identity if you do, especially complicated watches. The shit's hard to read. It's hard to read now, in my opinion.
Yes.
And I know all the guys that wear them are people who are actually like, I'm going to use my watch to tell time. It's hard to tell time on that.
Yes.
The one that he made, I think it's a one-off that's like sapphire and diamond bezel.
Yeah. Oh,
banger.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Like more crazy, like custom projects like that, like one-offs for people, I think would be amazing if he could do a program, maybe 3 or 4 of those a year on top of producing 20 other pieces a year.
Yeah, because how many did he make this year?
I think he made 20. I think it was only 20 plus the one that's gem set.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Which is part of this whole reason that bothers me with this burner on gimmick. Only making 20 watches in 10 years. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Let him eat.
Yeah.
What about you, sir?
No, I definitely want to piggyback on, the Simone Brette piece, right? The what is it, Chronomet Artisan, right? The piece, the single piece, right? When I seen it, right, aesthetically is great. But to Ben's point, it's not really legible. Yeah. But I think for what the piece is, it's one of those pieces that, like, if you own it, you aren't really telling time with it.
Yeah, you gotta respect it too. It's just a bang.
And the thing is that it's held in a very, very high regard, right? And I think it is one of those like homage pieces where you can see the DNA of like, a contemporary look of like a mb&f, but then having like this.
Well, and I think he worked for mb&f.
Yes, so he worked for mb&f. There's this prestigiousness of like Journe, right?
Yeah. Like this is a legit, like a real watch.
It is like finishing it's through and through.
Yes, like it's expensive.
Yes,
but there's no arguing. You're getting your money's worth here.
Oh, 100%. And with that, right? When you look at the piece from the dial to the overall movement, right, from the exhibition case back, and you see all these like fancy bells and whistles, like it makes sense why this exists.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. We got the opportunity to see it at GPHG. Also, our friend James. Waitlisted owns one.
Yes.
And I think I saw it on James's wrist first, and I was like, what the hell is that?
Yes.
And then just a couple of days later, I saw it at GPHG. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Honestly, it was one of my, the last time we were with Ben Clymer, I said it was Watch of the Year.
Yes.
And I still kind of feel that way just in terms of like beauty.
Yes.
There's a couple of watches of the year. I have another one that we'll talk about later today. I'm pushing P.
Yes.
Not the one you think though.
Yes.
But beautiful, beautiful piece.